We back. We back. We back. We back. We back. Oh my God. Welcome to Detroit Table Talk. It is Saturday and I've been having a ball today. When I say I am so excited, you see what it is. You see what it is. Gamma Phi Delta Sorority Incorporated. Only established in 1943. First African American HBCU in Michigan. We started over there at Lewis College of Business. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Today we had our founders' annual regional breakfast. And, we just had breakfast with Gamma. All the most beautiful women in America, those are my sores, okay? They came from near and far, and we just broke bread together. We encouraged each other. Of course, we took a lot of pictures together. Of course, we got uplifted together. Of course, we went before God together. That's what it's all about. And, I love my sisterhood. I absolutely love my sisterhood. There was no way I could start this program off and not shout out my sorority. But most importantly, let me shout out my chapter that I'm from. Theta chapter in the building with my beautiful president, Tiffany Loveberry. So that's who I'm up under. But anywho, listen, I'm going to move on because I can talk about them beautiful women like forever. Because that's just what they are, all shapes, sizes, colors, different backgrounds. You got people that are in high places all the way down to, the best career that they can ever have. And guess what? We rocking for each other until the wheels fall off, and then we still will be rocking with each other.
All right.
But listen, today we got a good show. Now, I am so excited about this couple. We have entered into Love Month. And if you know me, you should know how I feel about love. I absolutely subscribe to love. I believe in love. And I will fight for love. And it's nothing like seeing a black, beautiful couple together, rocking it out. And guess what? One of, the wife happens to be my engineer on Detroit Table Talk, Miss Monique in the house. Hey. And we cannot leave out the head of her life, outside of Jesus, is her husband, Rich, in the house.
All right. So glad to be on Detroit Table Talk. Yes, sir.
Listen, Rich is one of my most, I don't even know how to describe it, but Rich rocks with Detroit Table Talk, okay? He's one of my most loyal and faithful supporters. When he talk about Detroit Table Talk, he make me feel good. He make me feel like I'm doing something over here.
You are doing something. It's
he
all
make me
true.
feel like it's worthwhile.
All true. Yes, sir.
So I am excited to have them here. Today we're going to be talking about Love Overboard. So we just going to talk about black love. And then we're going to move into what we call, before it used to be called newlyweds on TV. But we're going to move into a love game.
Okay.
And we just asked them, 8 simple questions to see if they both going to say the same thing, And if they don't, then guess what? So what?
You can have me sleeping outside tonight.
They probably gonna be thinking it.
No, just joking.
I know it might be me, because I don't know. I had to think
I don't know.
about
She
it.
was thinking about it herself. Over here like, oh man,
Yeah.
let's come back to that one.
Yeah. You know what? They all were good. Just that number one just was like, whoa.
Oh my God, that's the one she got stuck at
That's
too.
the one I had to just
You
like.
see how y'all so much together? That's the one she asked me, can you come back to that one?
Really? Yeah.
I'm so excited. So listen, you got to tell us about y'all love story. How did y'all meet?
Oh man.
I mean, who was bold enough to walk up to who and say, hey, let me get them digits?
It was me.
Okay.
It was me.
Get it, Richard.
Yeah, but you know what the thing was, because I always tell this story too about we were in class together at Wayne State. We had an African Studies class together, and it's so funny. I talked to everybody in the class. I used to see her. I used to look at her and be like, that nice little girl in the back. She don't never say nothing. But I talked to everybody, and it's so funny. We didn't talk to each other till the last day of class. Last day of class.
You didn't shoot your shot before that. You could have got some help with your homework.
I had dad for that back then. But no, it's something. You know, like I said, I used to see her, and my focus was on the class.
The books.
To be honest, yeah, it was.
It wasn't too focused on the books. You know that she was the only one. That, you just looking at it from the side of your eye.
But what happened was the last day of class, the professor was like, "Okay, we're about to take the survey."
Okay.
And he said, "I don't want nobody to have a pen. You have to have a pencil. You have to have a pencil. So you don't have a pencil, everybody go around the room and get one." So everybody's scattered, and I'm walking around. All of a sudden, somebody walked up to me and said, "Excuse me, do you have?" She called me the wrong name too. Didn't even call me Richard. She said, "Excuse me, Liddell."
Oh.
Not a Liddell in our class. I'm like, Liddell? I'm like, what you call me Liddell? And she just started just laughing. She said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." I said, "You don't watch me give speeches in this class. You don't watch me answer questions, and I'm Liddell." Okay.
So she asked you, did you have a pencil for her to?
Mm-hmm. And I said, "No, I don't have one. Sorry."
You said it just like that?
No, I was just like, "No, I don't have one." I was still stuck on Liddell. I'm like, Liddell? I'm just still teasing her about Liddell, and she just laughing. So then I handed her a pencil, and we went our separate ways, and I was like, "Oh, I love her laugh. She has I really love her laugh." And that smile was just contagious, you know. And it's so funny, after the class, you know, I didn't even shoot my shot. I didn't even shoot my shot after the class. It's crazy how things happen. What happened a week after that, I had to come back up to Wayne State to get my results. Okay. And I had Christmas cards. During that time, you know, December, and I had Christmas cards, and I was passing them out to certain teachers and certain people. And out of all the people, I'm coming down the hall, guess who coming my way?
Uh-oh.
I'm like, there go that young lady with the laugh, the cute girl. Oh, my God. And I was like, I didn't have a Christmas card for her. I played it off. I had an extra one, so I said, "You know what? I have a Christmas card for you." Gave her a Christmas card, wrote on it, and everything. Didn't even know her name. That's a shame. Didn't even know her name.
You see how sometimes God got to help y'all out.
Didn't even know her name. But I wrote everything on there, like to the very attractive young lady that was in my class. It was a pleasure being in class with you. Call anytime. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. So weeks went by, and I was like, I guess maybe she just wasn't interested, I guess. So.
Oh, so you didn't get her number? You just gave her yours?
I just gave her my number. Yeah, okay. Hoping that she just called me to see if you know.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I'm like. Remember that's back in the days when we had the three-way, you know, you're talking to somebody and that three-way click in. So I'm talking to my, shout out to Kenny, my friend Kenny, we talking. I'm like, "Kenny, yeah, that girl, I guess he never did call me, you know, whatever." The beat went on. I was like, "Kenny, hold on real quick." I'm like, "Hello." The next thing I hear somebody say, "Yes, is there a Richard there?" I was like, "This is him." So, "This is, you gave me a Christmas card, Monique, or whatever." I said, "Okay, hold on real quick." So I click back off. I was like, "Kenny, it's her. So I played it all. I'm all excited. I'm like, I'll call you back, bro.
Calm down.
I said, "I'll call you back, bro." Click back over. "Oh, hey, how you doing, Monique?" "Hey, how you doing? I'm so glad you called me. Okay, hey, that's cool.
Oh, man. You thought you were counted out, huh?
Yeah.
God had to say, let me make him go back up to that school so he can run into this woman.
And it is funny, out of all the people that I ran into that I thought I was going to see, it was her. I was like, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. She was the only one coming down the hall, too. I said, there go that girl. Oh, my God.
Now, Monique, did you notice him in class?
Yes, I did. But I'm going to tell you how I noticed him. He always was running behind late, and I'm like,
like today, Carmen. Sorry.
He looked like he'd be struggling. I was like, "Lord, what is that? That guy look like he's struggling to get to class. Like he done been through something." And even our professor was, he was African, so he would be like, oh, he said, you got it. Like, he would always point it out, too.
Like, you finally made it.
You finally made it. And I actually thought he was old. I thought he was really old. And
Wow, really?
No, you remember I told you that? Yeah, I thought he was old because he hung with, like, older people in the class. That class was like 4 hours long.
Okay.
Yeah, it was long.
It was a long class.
That's a long
that was a long
Yeah,
class.
so
Which y'all
You
met
know-
once a week?
yeah.
Okay, that's
yeah.
why.
Friday.
So
Mhm.
we would take a break, and do lunch and stuff. And I always went to lunch with the one girl in the class, and and he would always be with like the older people, and it was funny.
seniors.
Yes. So I thought he was older. So when he gave me the card, I said, I don't know. I said, and I talked to my friend. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I talked to a friend. I was like, girl, do you think I should call? I said, I don't know. This guy might be kind of old. And it was so funny. One of the other guys he hung with, I really thought he was old, and he's younger than we are.
Shout out to Leon.
Yeah, his good friend, because how he carries himself. He's a teacher and stuff.
Okay.
So I thought he was old, and then I really,
What made you, I mean, it was what, 2 weeks?
yeah, it was a couple of weeks.
What,
Yeah.
Two weeks
what took
by.
you so long to call the brother back?
Yeah, that's. I have. To be honest, I have forgot for a minute. Then it's so funny that conversation I had with my friend. I'm like, yeah, I gave my number to this girl a couple weeks ago. I guess, and it's so funny that she called that day. It's when I think about it, I'm like, wow, she called that day. Me and kids were talking about it.
And it was funny once I started talking to him, and then he told me.
But wait a minute, you ain't answer us. What took you so long to call the brother?
Well, the main reason
You thought he was old?
I thought he was old. I was like,
That's-
I don't want to talk
She
to that
wasn't
old
old,
guy.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the main reason. I thought he was old. I did. And then once I started talking to him, and he told me, I was like, oh, well, he's just a year older than me. And then
I'm gonna make sure, Carmen, I bring a picture of me back in the day. You let me know how was I looking, man.
yeah. But I was like, oh, wow, he's only a year older than me. And we found out we had, so much in common. Our birthdays are right together. We found out all, I found out all that. And what really...
When is y'all birthdays?
Well, my birthday is actually next Monday. It's the 12th of February.
And mine's the 15th, the day after Valentine's Day.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, snaps.
Yes.
And then the crazy thing about that is, my mom and dad, their birthdays used to be 3 days apart. It was
Whoa.
my father's Capricorn, January the 8th, and my mom's January the 11th. Yeah.
Calf in the house. The goat of the what do they call them thingies? The signs.
Yes. Yes.
With the goat. So after you talk with him, as you was talking to him on the phone, did you were you like, oh, okay?
Yeah, and one of the main things that I like when I talk to him, I mean, he, I was talking to him, and then I heard kids in the background, and I was like, wait a minute, let me see.
Right.
And then I was like, who are those kids? And
She sure did. She looked-
and he was like, those are my sister's kids.
Okay.
And he was like, because it was like on the weekend, and then he said, yeah, I'm babysitting my sister's kids. And I'm like, wow. You usually don't get a young guy to babysit his sister's, babysit kids,
Well,
period.
that's because we don't want them to. You need to be out there digging some ditches. You want to babysit some kids. We want to know why.
Yeah, but he was babysitting, his sister's kids. I said, oh, well, that's cool. I said, he'd probably be a good dad,
Okay.
Yeah.
there, Rick.
And then I was like, well, how many does she have? He was like 7. I said, what?
Whoa. She had 7?
Yeah,
My
she had
own
7
sister.
kids.
Now,
yeah.
you see my sister now, you would be like, no way, no way.
And you were able to handle 7 by yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, and then they still, see him as like a father figure. He just was on the phone last night with one of his nephews. So, yep. And
How
he
long
said,
did y'all date before y'all? How long did y'all talk before y'all decided? I kind of want to take you out.
Let's see. Well, she called me the end of December. Our first date was in February of '94.
A whole month. Now she took 2 weeks to call you, and then you took a month to ask her out.
Well, we was just talking, you know, just talking.
After a month,
seeing,
she couldn't get a steak dinner.
Well, she could have, but during that time, it was like, if I can recall, it was like she was still doing certain things as far as, you know, just.
Like what? She was still dating?
No, I think were you trying to get a new vehicle or something? Yeah,
that too.
Okay.
That
she
too.
was trying to get a car.
That too. That was another reason too.
That was the
I'm
reason
glad,
too.
Thank you. That's right.
Where did you guys go on your first date at?
I'll never forget that. Olive Garden.
Look at this. Look
Olive
at
Garden.
God.
Olive Garden. Yeah.
With endless bread and salad.
Yep.
Now, you know, listen, today, women ain't trying to hear the Olive Garden, the cheesecake factory,
that's
stuff
what I was
like
gonna
that.
say.
What you think about that? When you hear women say, I don't want to go this place or that place.
I think it's, you know what, that we had this conversation, me and Monique. I just think seriously, especially if you find a dude that want to just take you out and interested in you, I mean, what's the matter with the Olive Garden or certain place? I don't see nothing wrong with it. Carmen, don't make me. I'll be on this subject for a whole hour now. Because you know what? I know certain ladies have certain tastes, but I feel like if a guy is interested in you and he wants, especially if it's your first date too, he just wants to take you out and just conversate with you and have a good meal.
See the vibe, see the energy.
Nothing wrong with, you know. And you know, back then when I took her to the Olive Garden, that was the place.
That was the place.
Back then,
back
that
then.
was the place.
Chris,
Yeah. So that do kind of make me wonder, Carmen, if I would have been like, maybe we should hit that McDonald's down the street. I wonder how that would have been back then.
If he had said, let's hit the McDonald's, what would your answer have been, Miss Monique?
You be honest.
He had the audacity to invite me to McDonald's.
But during that time, though, I was just like, I would like to take her somewhere nice, and Olive Garden is the spot, and let's go there. You know, it wasn't even a thought.
Did y'all dress up or y'all just went?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had on casual clothes. Yeah.
So, what would you both tell Miss Monique? What would you tell a young lady, and Rich? What would you tell a young man if they are interested in someone? Like, how do you? Well, of course, as a woman, we teach women, he that finds, and I think because of the era that we're in now, that's kind of been pushed to the back. You know, where we don't look at that as in asking someone out for coffee or tea or, you know, dinner or something like that. We look at that more as an actual marriage, like, you know, the proposal. So do you think it's okay to ask a young man out for coffee and tea? And do you think it's, okay for a woman?
For me, I think, like you said, especially nowadays, I think a woman, like you said, should shoot their shot. If they feeling the guy, sometimes they want to know if that guy feeling them, so they go ahead and do what they, say what they want to say now. So I think it's okay as far as something like that is concerned, because like I think a young lady, she probably would want to know.
Yeah. So how do you? Yeah.
And I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. Young lady, like why don't we go out to eat or something? Nice bite. Even though that would be cool. I always say if the fella should come, but like I said, nowadays sometimes guy, sometimes guy.
Wait. We ain't gonna race past that.
Okay.
Say that one more time. You think what?
Nowadays, if a guy is feeling a young lady, I believe that he should go ahead and shoot his shot.
No. You said you think a guy should pay.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh. I mean, that's what I heard.
No, I was about to say, God, he should shoot. Should shoot his shot if he feeling a young lady.
I thought he said you should go ahead and pay.
But you know what? No.
Wait a minute. You think a woman should pay?
No. I mean, no. I think like sometimes if maybe if a young lady was like, I would like to especially if y'all got to know each other, you know, mind, treating you. And but me personally, now this is me. I've always been this way. I don't mind taking. I love to pay. I'm just be honest. I do. I've always been that way. You ain't got to give me a clap for that. No, but seriously, I've always.
I don't know if your wife would have it any other way. Huh?
I've always felt that. I mean, that's just me. That's just always been me. I just, if I have it, and especially if it's a person that I'm. Love to spend quality time with it, and we out on a date or whatever. Hey, no problem. I take seriously, no problem. Don't you keep your money in your pocket, young lady. I got you.
Miss Monique, you think a woman should be able to ask a young man out for dinner or for lunch?
I'm just a little old school. I mean, me myself, I wouldn't do it. I'm just gonna be honest. I wouldn't do it. But I mean, it's fine. I mean, times have changed. And I mean, if you do ask, like you should pay or whatever. But
so if I ask a young man out, I should pay.
Yeah.
I mean, or at least offer.
What?
Offer it, but he should come out his pocket.
Because if you offer, they taking the offer. They're not gentlemen. They're not going to say, "Oh, that's okay, I got it." No, they're going to say, "Oh, cool." So I'm not offering.
But I mean, I'm just saying because you initiated. But like I said, me myself, I wouldn't do. I wouldn't.
The only reason why I said that, Ms. Carmen, that I believe a young lady should, if she initiated that, come on, let's go out for a bite to eat. That might be one of the weeks where the guy he might
be low.
He might be low. Seriously.
But then make a picnic in the house on the floor. Cause I ain't paying.
Really? Wow.
Make us some sub sandwiches from the house.
Especially if the young lady was like, come on, let's go out and get a bite to eat. I got you. And now if she say something like that, then case closed.
But that's after how many dates? That's after we've been out a couple of times.
Oh yeah.
Not the first date.
Oh, you talking about the first time?
Yeah.
Well, no, the first time. No, I don't think a lady. Definitely no. Seriously, no.
Listen, ladies, let me say this to you. Let me just tell you, and I know we hear a lot of stuff that the men say. We hear a lot of stuff that the women say. We hear a lot, when it goes back and forth, like we're battling each other. But let me tell a woman this: allow a man to be a man. Mm-hmm. Too many times we are wanting to be treated like queens, but you stepping up as a king. Mm-hmm. Put your wallet to the side. And I'm not saying after you get to know the young man, y'all have been out for a couple of times, then you can offer. But allow a man. God designed him to be a provider. God designed him to, cover you and take care of you. Don't get it twisted. Because if you start bringing out your wallet or your credit card in the beginning, more likely than not, that credit card gonna be coming out more than you think. And I'm serious. I'm not saying you can't do it, but I'm saying at least for the first couple of times, allow him to show you that he's interested in you. Because now women are buying men. Yeah. You go to the bar, you see him, send him a drink, send him 4 or 5 drinks.
Yeah.
He's not even interested in you, and you're trying to make him like you by what you're offering him. I knew a young lady, every time you turned around, she was buying something for a young man. Buying. Asking for money. Can you do this? Can you do that? And it was never something that was reciprocated. And it was like, and then I used to try to tell her, baby, he don't like you like that.
Yeah.
I know he loved me. Okay.
After that first, second, well, definitely after really the first time, but after that second time, you should get the picture. Really, seriously.
You should, but sometimes the elevator don't go to the top floor, and it is not until God, to me, this I always, it's not until God just knock you upside your head and say, baby, he don't like you. And sometimes that's with him saying, listen, it's not gonna work. Sometimes he have to make that young man step out of the place that he don't really want to be by hurting you, by saying, we can't do this. That's God saying, girl, you the queen. But listen, it took a month for you to ask her out. How long did y'all date before? You said, "This is my queen. I better snatch her up before somebody else snatch
We
her."
actually start. You know, we actually were talking after that first date. We was talking, but I think we started actually. It kind of became official that spring, wasn't it? Like that spring kind of like that spring of
Official
that year.
for what? That y'all were dating, or that y'all?
That we were dating. Yeah.
That was only 2 or 3 months later, huh?
Yeah. Because you know, during that time we would like I said, we would talk on the phone a lot and every now and then, you know, see each other in person. And I think what really did it was, matter of fact, you know what, it was the summer of that year, because what happened, I know what it was. What happened, I remember now. I went on a trip with my dad to Alabama, and you know, Monique, she's a singer. And that was one thing I used to love about her. I still do. I'd be like, Monique, I love your voice. You can sing.
Sing something for us, Monique.
Oh my God!
Sing us a chorus.
Okay, let me think about something to say.
What you like her to sing?
But real quick, I'm gonna just finish real quick. Like I said, I just love her to sing. And so on the trip, and you know, during that time, we still had the little tape recorders and everything. So she made me a whole tape of my favorite songs, and she sung them. And while I was on the plane, I'm just listening to them, just like, oh my God, you know.
Look at that.
Forget watching movies. I'm listening to the
He said, yeah.
But after that, I was just like, man. And then I just thought about the dates that we had went on and different things. I was just like, man, I really like this girl.
What was one of the favorite songs that she sung to you?
You know, I used to love when she used to sing Whitney Houston, I Want to Run to You. That used to be my jam back in the day.
We wait, Miss Monique.
Oh gosh, I don't even know if I remember the words to that.
And then remember back then, Hero by Mariah Carey.
Oh.
That was one of my favorites back then.
Oh gosh, I don't even remember the words to that either.
What words do you remember?
And you know, so I still got that tape too.
Do you?
I still got that tape.
Oh wow.
You should take it into one of these places and have it converted to MP3 or something like that. You can download
And
it
it's
to your phone.
it's so funny when she started to sing each song. She said something in the beginning of something. She started saying a little something, and then she started singing the song. I was like, okay.
Richard cheesing too hard over here.
I was like, okay.
GB talking about some LOL old man Richard. Miss Monique, what you got for us?
Oh my gosh. Okay, well I'll try to think of something I can see that I remember the words to.
You can make it up as you go.
Oh,
We won't know.
Go ahead. You can go ahead and sing your karaoke favorite.
Which one is her favorite?
Her karaoke favorite, Aretha Franklin.
What you want, baby? I got it.
No, well, I'll sing another Aretha Franklin song. Oh gosh, no, I'm nervous. Let me get my. Need to take some.
You be singing in front of the whole bar.
Oh, Lord.
The whole bar. Chantel, join in with you.
Okay. Okay. Take me to heart, and I'll always love you, and nobody can make me do wrong. Take me for granted, leaving love unsure. It makes willpower weak and temptation strong. A woman's only human. You should understand. She's flesh and blood, just like her man. If you wanna do right all day, woman, you got to you got to be do right all night, man.
All right, Miss Monique. That was for you, Richard.
I'm sorry, y'all. And I messed up on the words too.
That's
I'm sorry.
okay.
I did.
Look, I don't know the words, so that sounds right to me. That was so cute. So you guys dated. Richard, you on this plane, you listening to your wife, you know, sing to you via, you know, a tape that she got for you. At what point did you say, Mom or Dad, I think she is?
That was years later.
You,
No, seriously. You know what? No, I mean, no, I don't mean it that way, but it was. I mean, as far as that third year when we was dating, that's when it really hit me.
the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, had to hit you.
Yes. But I mean, before that, I mean, everything was great. You know, the dating process was real good, and it just came to that. You know, it just came to during that time. I had little specks where it was like, I
wanted to, but
I could
the
really
engine
see
couldn't. It didn't.
But like I said, the third year we were dating, that's when it just really hit me. Where I had a conversation with my father. I said, Dad, I was like, I'm really. I mean, you know, I've always feeling Monique, but I'm ready to take. I would love to take that extra step or whatever. And he was just smiling because he
already knew.
Yeah.
He probably was saying, "About time, boy. What is taking you so long?"
Yeah, but it took me that third year dating when it just like hit me where it just like, you know, man, I would love to take it another step if I, you know.
So did you talk to Monique about it, or you just went out and brought a ring because you knew that she would say yes?
Well, what happened was in that third year, we usually have our parties together. We usually have our birthday parties together, and so I ended up doing a surprise during our birthday party celebration. I went and I had got the ring and went over her mom and dad's house first. I went and talked to her dad and her mom.
Look at he real old school. I love it.
Yeah, then went and talked to her mom and dad, and I was like, I was gonna do this, and her father was like, oh, wow, you know. Got back to the place, you know, we was partying and everything, and so during the time when I was about to do it, I went to the bathroom to pray. I was like, I gotta pray, and I always tell this story. Everybody know about the story, and it happened for real. I went to the bathroom to pray. There wasn't nobody in there, and I said, Lord, please give me a sign that I'm doing the right thing. And the toilet flushed. The toilet flushed. Seriously, the toilet.
God, I'm sick of you now. Let me flush this toilet.
And I looked under the thing. I'm like, was somebody here? It was nobody in there. The toilet flushed. I'm serious. The toilet flushed, y'all. And I was like, I heard him God there. I was a little scared, but I was like, man. I said that God gave me my answer personally.
So you went.
So we went out, and shout out to Rest in Heaven, my best friend. During the time he passed now, but. We got up. We was just saying. We was giving each other birthday toast. He said something. Her best friend said something. She said something. Then I got up, and that's when I got on that one knee in front of everybody. And a lot of people were surprised. A lot of people didn't even know. Some people didn't even know. But a lot of people did, but some people didn't know. Yeah.
Look at there, Miss Monique. How did you feel?
Oh, I was shocked. It was a surprise.
Because he was taking forever, huh? What is the best thing that you can say about marriage, being married to each other?
Me, what I can say for real is that she's still that same person that I've met. I still feel that way, even though, you know, we've grown and personalities kind of changed a little bit or whatever. Overall, she's still that same person. It's like daily, she's just Monique, and, you know, it's not, you know, like I said, she have her different ways now. Some ways, I mean, good ways. Some, you know,
clear it up, brother. Now,
but it's just like I put it this way. I mean, bottom line is, when I get home from work, I love coming home. I love when it's time to go home. Seriously, I don't. You know how like some people like get home, they like, I got to stay in the car for a minute.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get in the house.
I stay in the car because I'm by myself, and I be like, dang, Lord, one more time I gotta go in this house and ain't nobody in here. So I sit out in the car sometimes for 30 and 40 minutes, just like shaking my head like, this is foolishness.
But it's just good because, like I said, we just come to, we've always like just respect each other. You know, we come together a lot, and then we had them times when, you know, Monique want to go upstairs, watch her shows by herself or whatever. I might want to go down and watch some sports, and we no big deal, but we always know how to come back together.
Monique, with women, I think over the years we've seen a lot of women become more aggressive in their stance on life, in their stance in relationships, and most definitely in their stance in marriage. What advice can you give to women when it comes to having a successful marriage, or if you want a successful marriage?
What's really important is to listen to each other. I think that's a big thing. A lot of times, if it's an issue, we just say, "Well, I'm mad at this," and da 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 da, and we don't listen to each other. But that's a big thing. Communication is big. If you have to, I tell him that, because Richard he's kind of quiet sometimes, and he'll shut down. I can usually tell when something's wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I can't help you unless you tell me, whatever. But yeah, communication is big. Or if you, like I said, if you're upset, learn how to listen to each other. Sometimes we just go at each other and we don't listen to each other. Like, oh, well, you did this, you made me feel this way. That's the better way to do it, instead of just going at each other.
How do you approach a man when you guys are having issues, or you have a concern with the way that he's doing something or not doing something? How would you what would you suggest a woman to do? Like, how would you tell her how to approach the situation where she doesn't add fuel to the situation, but she come in and kind of comment and calm his his spirit as well?
Yeah, that just like I said, just don't go at him. Oh, you did this, blah 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 blah. Yeah, just like tell them straight up. Hey, this is, I don't like how you did this, or you should do this, or whatever, but not where you putting them down. What I'm saying? That's a big thing. Don't put them down.
That's a big turnoff too.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
When you hear ladies coming at you like that, it make you be like, I don't want to say nothing.
Have you guys ever had a situation where you either one of you had to address a situation and you had to think about how to approach it so that your spouse can hear you versus going silent, or just not wanting to communicate with you at the time?
I think what I think that I can think of, one thing I can think of is I think it was during that time, and it's something how when we first got married, my father, he got sick. And it was like right after we got married, and I he came to stay with us a little bit, and it was like, it really wasn't an issue, but it was just kind of, during that time, I think it was just that feeling was, wow, we just, look was thrown at us, we just getting started, and my dad getting sick, and I didn't, during that time, like I said, we just getting to really know, we know each other, but as far as marriage, and didn't want it to be where, I hope she ain't thinking that, just because dad here is like, wow, we just getting married, and even though that wasn't the case, but especially like I said, you just getting started. It's just
how did you approach your wife with the situation?
I had told her during that time. Remember, I was just because we laugh about it now though, because my dad, he just used to love just being around us. During weeks that went by, months. Well, he wasn't with us that long. It wasn't that long, but he was actually getting better. But I think he just wanted to stay because he was just so used to, And I think it was just like, I'd get home from work or whatever, and he'd be in my chair, Monique be sitting there, hey, Rich, And actually, what ended up happening, we talked about it because I was like, Monique, I just want Dad to get well, and she was like, I do too, but I think your dad is getting well, and I think that he should want to go back and be in his setting where he can, and
Be independent.
Yeah,
more, yeah.
But when your dad first got there, how did you approach your wife? Did you go to her and say, "Hey, babe, Dad is having some issues. Do you mind
Yeah.
if he come with us?" Or did Daddy just show up?
No. He we talked about it because during that time he was going to stay with my sister, but it was like my sister was always on the go during that time, and it was like
Yeah.
my house was, where it was like I was always there. If Monique wasn't working, she was there, so it was like it was the perfect fit. So,
and that's what I wanted to convey to people, because a lot of times we get into relationships and in these marriages, we make individual decisions based off of the two individuals that have to participate in the decision that's being made. So say for instance, Richard didn't just make that decision. He went to his wife and said, "Hey babe, how do you feel about this? Do you mind if my dad come?" Richard didn't just show up at the door with Dad, and put her in a position where this is the decision I made.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure her mind would have went a different direction if I would just showed up and like, "Dad, he gonna stay here for a couple of, no
we
matter."
put something up yesterday. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. I put something up about if a woman, a man is dating a young lady, and the woman decides to go and cut off her hair. And of course everybody has this individuality mindset now, it seemed like, in society, and it's like, me cutting my hair don't have nothing to do with him. And and that's what I just wanted to convey, that certain decisions should be discussed with your partner. Not saying that you can't do it, but just giving them the respect to have the conversation, especially when you're with somebody, you're married to them, or you think this might be the person. You can't make individual decisions based off of, like you're single.
Yeah, so, that's true.
I wanted to, make that really clear, because like Monique said, communication is extremely important. And once you start circumventing communicating, then you have a big issue, Yes. I wanted to play this game with you guys. Now, before, centuries ago, I guess, we used to have the Newlywed
still one of my favorite shows.
I love that on TV. And I wrote out 8 questions that I wanted the both of you to answer. Just wanted to see if you came up with the same answer. So I'm going to read the question, and I want you guys to first, Richard, to turn over your paper when I read the question, and I want Monique to turn it over to see if she matches it. So the first question is the question that both of them got stumped on, guys. I mean, they were in different rooms answering these questions, and they both got stumped on the first question. What was the last thing you put on that you told your spouse you absolutely hated? Richard, what did you think Miss Monique would say?
I had thought that it was a black jumpsuit that she had years ago that she the jumpsuit that one really, I had to really think about it. I was just thinking about the jumpsuit because I remember the one time, this was years ago, and I remember you had it and you were just like, it's not looking right, it's not feeling right,
Miss Monique, what did you say?
I said some jeans. That was tough for me. I don't know. That was tough because I know sometimes my jeans, I be like,
Richard, I like how them jeans look. What you talking about?
I don't remember that black jumpsuit. I'm sorry.
I ain't never had problems with no jeans. Yeah.
But she said what you is. I told you I didn't like.
Oh, I thought it was what I didn't like.
Huh?
No. What you thought she would say she didn't like?
Yes.
Oh, was she? Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought it was.
That's okay.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, so Richard, number 2. What is your song as a couple? What is your favorite song as a couple?
Brian McKnight, The Only One for Me.
Let us see.
Oh my God!
See,
I picked the wrong one.
Brian
did you
McKnight.
have, Miss
I
Monique?
picked another Brian McKnight song, but never felt
This
this way.
Way.
Because that's what he proposed.
That's the song I proposed.
proposed with.
It's the same
Yeah.
artist,
Okay.
so that's close.
Oh man, but he really is right.
See this?
I always
Yeah.
loved
See
that
this?
one
The reason why
because-
this was our
First
a
dance.
dance song, wedding
Yeah.
song. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I did think about that, but I was like, no, she probably definitely gonna say only one for me.
What is your favorite dish to cook?
One thing I love her. Every time she can make it, seriously, spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti, yes. I'm serious. My wife can make some spaghetti, y'all. Seriously.
Well, can you make me some spaghetti one day? Put some sausage
I mean,
in
you
it.
know,
Some extra sausage.
she don't do nothing real special. It just be good. Seriously, it'd be good. Seriously, I'll be like, she had to make a real big pot because me and Monet, we be going back. We be going back, and we like, man, okay, yep, spaghetti.
If today someone said, when you leave here, you can go on your dream vacation, what would it be?
You know what I'm so mad about? I think she definitely know mine, but I'm mad because she told me a lot of times about hers, but it just couldn't come to my mind, so I have put Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Oh, okay.
Because I always said I wanted to go there.
That's definitely mine. Yeah, every time I talk to her, I be like,
High five your wife. I got it.
Hawaii. Okay. All right. So what? Okay, I was thinking about the other spot, but it was Hawaii. Okay.
Okay, Miss Monique. If Richard can step out tomorrow and get his dream car, what would that car be?
That was a tough one too because Richard's not he don't really say that. So I said a Benz.
Nah.
What you say?
Ford SUV.
What?
Yeah, he like big,
them
he
big
like
cars.
trucks. He like big trucks.
Oh, you talking about like a F-250 or 150?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that was a tough one for me too.
Miss Monique, if Richard needed a place to chill at the house, what would be his favorite place to chill at?
I know she gonna get this
The
one right.
only place he always is, right in
The
the living
living
room.
room, yeah. That's my. I come home from work. I got one. The whole couch. I got this one spot that I sit. I'm like Archie Bunker. Just that one spot.
But you know what? I'm
That's
like
my
that
spot.
too.
That's my spot. I mean, seriously. Even when I get home, my daughter be sitting there. She be like, "Oh, Dad, here."
She move on over?
Or if I get home, if Monique be sitting there, she be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get up." Sometimes I be like, "No, stay there. You can stay there." She be like, "No."
But do you be thinking really like, yeah, I really want my spot?
I was like, this my. That's just something about that one spot. That's my spot. I watch my Lion games and everything. That spot right there.
Now, question number 7. Let me put my glasses on for this one. Besides you guys podcast,
Oh, see, I wish you would have said that. Well, I did put another answer. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was besides my
what is your
podcast.
favorite podcast?
And I did. He did. You up there, Carmen? Don't get me wrong. You up there?
See,
You up there?
See, I
But
wish
I
you-
had to. I
What did
had
he
to
say?
give an honest answer because he loved this show. Girl.
Girth. Shout out to Miles Dixon, man. You seriously, Tuesday nights.
That's a man's podcast for you, okay?
But Girth is my.
All
you know.
men like that because all
shout
they
out to
talk
Kevin.
about is booty, and sex, and
But you know what?
and
One thing I just love about girls though is just how Miles and them just bring that different perspective in ways where you don't hear people talk that much like that
oh,
sometimes.
the raunchy kind.
It's just But besides
Between
that,
him and Kevin,
but
boy,
no,
I tell you.
But you know what though? Besides that, Detroit Table Talk. Seriously,
Yeah.
Detroit Table
I'm up
Talk is
there, I'm
my
up
show.
there.
It
You
is.
up there, Carmen.
I always get that plug on my show all the time. Detroit Table Talk, y'all. This is an honor and privilege to be sitting here for real
Thank you.
with one of the best hosts right here,
Yes.
Carmen Evans,
Yes.
y'all. You don't get no better than that, seriously. And I mean that from the heart. I mean that from the heart.
That. So this is our last question off of the love game. If Richard had to choose between a piece of cake and a pie, which one would he choose?
Well,
And why? Why do you think he'll choose that?
well, his mom always makes. Well, she makes a lot of stuff, but she does always make pies, and usually he'll eat a whole pie by himself. So I said pie.
Cake.
Oh, you think cake?
Your pie is upside down.
I'm sorry.
Cake.
Cake.
Yeah. I just have she right about that though.
Yeah, he'll
But,
eat a whole
But
pie.
you prefer a cake over a pie?
If it came down to it, yeah.
Oh wow.
Okay, well at least you know what? We've learned some stuff at the table. So if you didn't know, now you
Now
know.
you know.
I appreciate you guys for playing that game.
All right, so I can't wait to see my beans. Maybe be nice.
So listen, like Tia was here last week, and we had
great
the
show.
best
That
time.
was a great show. Great show.
Listen, Detroit Table Talk, we're going up. I'm talking about we. It's only me. But this year, I am looking for, within the next couple of months, I am looking for a co-host. So
Really?
I'm saying we because I'm just speaking it into existence.
Oh, wonderful.
So we going up. So last week, I asked Tia some questions. So I'm going to ask the both of you some questions.
Okay.
If you can give me, the host, some advice on finding the perfect person for me. He doesn't have to be perfect, just perfect for me. What would it be?
Ooh.
Just knowing what you know about me.
Okay, well, I think you got to pick somebody that can kind of match, kind of your, because you tell it like it is. I think you got to kind of get somebody to, but I don't want y'all arguing though. They kind of gotta, I mean, they can be fired, but Carmen gonna get back up.
So I need to calm down, or he need to come up, huh?
Yes.
Richard, what you think?
I think Carmen want her one of them genuine looking guys.
What?
One of them guys that be shaking it.
I don't even like genuine.
I'm just messing with you. Uh-oh. You about to walk off the show.
I'm sorry, Miss Monique. That's her
That's her
favorite guy.
husband. That's her husband there.
That's her celebrity husband.
That's her husband. Yes, it is. No, I was just joking on Miss Carpenter. No, seriously, when I think somebody for you, I see somebody that you said describe the male?
Yep.
Okay. A guy that.
No, you're giving me advice on.
Co-host, Richard. Not
No.
man.
No,
I'm
a
sorry.
man, not a co-host, a man.
Oh,
Okay.
a man?
Yeah, you was answering for co-host?
Yeah, she was answering for
No, scratch that.
Oh.
No. Re-answer. I need a man.
The same thing, probably.
No, I think Carmen is somebody nice dresser. Someone who will come to her and tell it like it is as far as any situation.
Yeah.
I mean, and not afraid to tell her what he's thinking. I think she definitely wants somebody like that. He'd definitely come to her like, hey, Carmen, this is what I'm thinking, and what you think about it. And even if you are thinking about it, this is the way it is, Carmen.
Yeah.
I think he.
I love that.
I think
I
think
put my input, but be able to assert yourself and say, "Well, babe, this is a decision that I've made for us."
Yes.
And I'd be looking at him like, "Boy, you don't know you're gonna get something tonight." Okay, so we're gonna do this rapid fire
Okay.
between the two of you.
Okay.
This or that.
Okay.
So first, Miss Monique, and then Richard. Cereal or hot breakfast?
Hot breakfast.
Richard,
A cereal.
cereal. Richard, Coke or Pepsi?
Oh, that's so easy. Pepsi is my
Pepsi is
yes,
it,
sir.
baby.
Pepsi.
We get a sponsorship for Pepsi.
I'll say Coke.
Coke.
Yeah, Coke is in this. Pepsi is strong. They'll knock you out.
Oh, that's what I be
Coke
needing.
strong.
Wings or legs?
Legs.
Wings. I like white meat. I don't like any dark meat.
Yeah, she white. Give me the dark. Give me that dark.
Now I don't. White liquor or dark liquor?
He don't really drink.
Yeah, that's what I said. But anyway.
But if I was to dip in there, maybe dark.
Dark?
Mm-hmm. White liquor.
That'd be like that Hennessy?
Yeah.
The white beer, but tequila?
He wouldn't be able to handle that. He tell me to you.
Can I say something real quick,
Yes.
Carmen? Something came to me that, speaking of liquor, I got to take you back to my bachelor party real quick. My god brother, he took me out and everything, and like I said, she said I'm not a drinker. So my god brother, so he was like, Richard, I'm gonna recommend something for you that night. Have a good time, whatever. So he bought me a whole thing of was it Hennessy? Was it?
I don't know. I went with y'all.
It was. I think it was Hennessy. It was something where you had to mix it. You have to mix it. So they brought me out the main drink first, and they brought it out. He was like, Richard, wait! You gotta mix it. You gotta mix it. and so that night, I mean, it was a good night, and I was so messed.
Said it was a good night.
Miss Carmen, I was so messed up. I guess over the drink. I'm sitting up there about to call Monique and tell her about the night.
Oh God!
That liquor was talking that night. As a matter of fact, that's the first time I ever had a
alcoholic drink. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I can't ask y'all this.
No, you could go ahead.
We asked you last week. Top or power bottom?
Bottom.
Oh gosh. Well, she kind of explained what it was last week better, because I
don't think that was the correct definition, but we'll take it,
But I guess gosh, I'll probably say that's probably top, I guess.
So let me ask you a question. What advice can you give me that would take my life to the next level when it comes to podcasts first?
For podcast,
And then in general.
I think for me, I would say to always be honest with your guests. To make your guests just feel like that it's their show, I believe, because there's a lot of people that I've met where they just come to the show, and I try to just, like I said, I have to make it, even though it's my show, because I even had people like, is this your show? I'm like, but you my guest, Always make your guests feel important, always.
But is that the advice for me? Like something that I'm not doing?
Oh, you do that. You do that.
Let me
see
something that's going to take my podcast to the next level.
Something that you're not doing. You do it all, Miss Carmen. That's kind of hard. That one kind of hard. Let me see something that you're not doing. Asking them top or bottom. That. No, I'm just joking. But to be honest, I can't really find anything now, Miss Carmen, because like I said, usually, I mean, if I can, I would, but I just can't. You just you lay it out the way it should be laid out for a podcast, and just the way you're doing it now, I just see you just going higher anyway. Seriously.
Oh, that is so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
Yeah, just basically don't change.
That's it.
Yeah,
don't change.
Doing what you're doing, and then be your authentic self. I think people can see when you're not authentic.
Yeah.
And the way she is on the podcast, that's how Carmen is.
Yeah. Well, certainly am.
That's how she is all the time.
If you can tell me, or tell all of us, what is, Richard, what is husband only benefits?
Husband only benefits?
Coming from a man. Like, if you were single, what benefits do you think that only should be given to you if you're a husband?
Only benefits as a husband, come home from work and your wife has nice lingerie on.
Hey.
Nice massage, baby. Had a hard day at work. Yes, sir.
Is that a clue? Is that a hint?
That's a husband benefit, I believe.
So, Miss Monique, I guess tomorrow when he come home, you gotta have that negligee on.
Well, we have a blocker. We have a blocker in the residence named Monet.
It's kind of.
Monet, you got to go and hang out with your friends for a couple hours. Just a couple hours.
That never goes to sleep.
I've been throwing his sometimes. Monet, you ain't going out this week?
Right.
No, they ain't going out this. Dang, man.
Hey, sometimes you may have to say, baby, we're going to get you a hotel room for the night. Or, hey, get yourself a hotel room for the night. Leave Monet at the house.
Yeah.
This has been an awesome show. I appreciate the both of you for coming on and sharing with us and, with my shenanigans, playing the game and, giving me advice. I absolutely love you guys as a couple.
Oh,
and
thank you.
It's not too many people that I watch. And too many people that I honor in an aspect of their relationship. And you guys are one of the two that I absolutely watch. And, I watch how Richard handle you as a woman, and I watch how you handle your husband. And I, from the outside looking in, I just want to say thank you for, you guys really working together as a team. And being a representative of what a loving marriage should look like. So I thank you for coming to the table for Love Month. And just know that,
thank you, Ms. Carmen.
Some of us singles are really, she said finally.
Yes.
That some of us are really watching her, watching you. So we appreciate that. Next week, let me see, guys. Next week, who do I have at the table with me?
All right.
I want to say it is, what are we in, February?
Wow.
Ooh, Jesus.
February the 10th. That's my sister's birthday that day. Next Saturday.
I don't know who I got next week because I don't think my guests have confirmed. If you watching, you know who you are. And I need you to confirm, or I'm going to come to this table by myself and I'm going to tell you how I feel about.
I'll give you a part two, Carmen.
Part two?
We go deep in marriage.
Well, hey, if y'all want to come back, we're gonna see the he's back next week at the table. I thank you guys for joining Detroit Table Talking, for always supporting me, for always liking, sharing, and also for always feeding into my foolishness with my questions every day that I ask.
Shout out to Miss Engineer too.
Shout out to Miss Engineer. Thank you to Shiny for stepping in for us on today. Today somebody said something to me and it made me feel good. Although I was at my founder's celebration, I have a whole lot of sores I don't know. And because I'm new to the sorority, not a year in yet. But it makes you feel good when you walk in the room and you walk, by somebody or tour somebody and they say, I follow you on Facebook. I wake up every morning just to see what question you posted. I absolutely love you, Carmen. I'll be like, and today was one of those days that, once again, being out in the community or whatever, and someone said that some of the, a lot of the questions that I asked, they absolutely love, and they love to see the responses. So thank you guys for feeding into that every day. I try to, unless I just fall asleep. And if I do, I'll ask a question in the morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's building my community. It's building my platform. And 2024, I'm winning somebody's award. Amen. Amen.
Oscars, here we come. Oscars, here we come.
We will see you back at the table again next week. I always love you.
All right.